Coming up on Chapman News, one Chapman group does Aka awesome at the ICCA semifinals.
Plus, a controversial change on YouTube. Find out how it's affecting students right here at Chapman.
And we have Be Positive Club President Becca Backen in the studio to tell us about their upcoming dance marathon. All that and more coming up on Chapman News.
You know, everyone sees.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Gabriella Pinel.
And I'm Lauren Nowicki. Welcome to Chapman News. You've probably heard of the hit movie Pitch Perfect. For one Chapman Club, it's more than a movie, it's a reality. Reporter Andrea Current has more.
Now I can't breathe. Now I can't sleep. I'm barely hanging on.
In the world of college a cappella competition, the challenge is steep. However, Chapman University's own group Chaptones gave their competitors a run for their money, advancing to the national semifinals of the International Championships of Collegiate A Cappella.
You know, everyone sees the movie Pitch Perfect and they think that that's not really a thing that actually happens, but it really is. And for us to go to quarterfinals even was such a cool experience for us that I didn't know that we'd be able to have. I mean, we're really fortunate to make it there, but then even beyond that, to go to semifinals was really cool.
The competition includes 450 groups that compete in 9 regions across the United States and Europe. Each group is allowed 12 minutes to perform a set that includes both vocals and choreography.
Especially after our quarterfinal round, the one thing that we all thought was the most important element to keep when preparing for the next round was just how much fun we had on stage. That's such a hard thing to rehearse because it's not a move that you can exactly correct and it's not a note or a pitch that you can change. It's just kind of like spending time as a group together and becoming like friends with the people you're singing with.
Though the Chaptones did not advance to the final round, they are optimistically looking forward to next year.
It would have been so amazing to go to New York and compete in that last round. I think the vast majority of us felt relief that we didn't move on because that means that we could stop rehearsing and learn new material and kind of focus for next year.
You can catch the Chaptones at their next performance on May 3rd at 8 p.m. in Irvine Lecture Hall.
Residents of a Trabuco Canyon community are concerned for their safety after a mountain lion killed 8 pygmy goats this week. The 8 goats were a part of the Trabuco Trailblazers 4-H Club, which works to enable youth to develop their interest in the care and feeding of livestock. The 4-H animals are showcased at the OC Fair each summer. The mountain lion is said to have made it into the goat pen through holes along the perimeter. The members of the Trabuco Trailblazers 4-H Club have 10 days from the date of the attack to ask for a depredation permit, which would allow for the mountain lion to be hunted.
On Wednesday, a former Orange County Superior Court clerk, Jose Lopez, pleaded guilty to fixing more than 1,000 misdemeanor charges. He was accused of taking bribe money in exchange for getting rid of DUI cases and other misdemeanors. Lopez would tamper with the cases to make it appear that defendants had paid their fees or done their community service requirements. He used some of his funds from fixing the tickets to open a Mexican food restaurant in Garden Grove. The Orange County Superior Court has refined its auditing practices to prevent future problems.
Anaheim police need your help. They are trying to identify a man who was seen aggressively stealing a woman's purse on the sidewalk. Video of the assault shows the man approaching the woman from behind and dragging her to the ground before grabbing the purse and running away. It occurred a little after 7:30 a.m. on March 14th. The video is on the Anaheim Police Department's Facebook page, and if you have any information, they urge you to call 855-TIPS-OCCS.
The LGBT community on YouTube is upset with one of the site's new features. Reporter Chloe May has more on the story.
Earlier this month, YouTube has come under fire after offering a restricted mode on their site.
It helps filter out potentially objectionable videos and comments that you and your family might not want to see.
This optional feature uses community flagging, age restrictions, and other signals to identify the potentially inappropriate content. However, this has several LGBT YouTubers very upset, as they have noticed multiple videos of theirs being hidden under the mode. British YouTuber Rowan Ellis, who makes videos about pop culture from a feminist and queer perspective, has over 40 videos that have been filtered out by the feature. She posted a video yesterday expressing her outrage.
We know that this is about the sexualization of trans people, the idea that trans and queer people are inherently sexual and perverse in their sexuality.
Another LGBT YouTuber, Neon Fiona, posted a side-by-side screenshot showing which videos were hidden under the new update, those with titles containing words like gay, lesbian, or bisexual. Many of these blocked videos, according to the YouTubers, don't even contain explicit or sexual content. As college students are one of the main target audiences of YouTube, I took to campus to get Chapman students' opinion on the controversy.
There's nothing explicit about being an LGBTQ related issue or topic. Nothing about that goes against family values. It shouldn't be in any way filtered just because it addresses gay rights or gay issues.
It's kind of ridiculous to me, especially if there isn't any content that's actually related to any, sex-related or anything that's considered inappropriate. I think, kids and anybody, like in a family, should be able to see that kind of thing because that's what our world looks like right now.
Other non-LGBT related channels have also expressed that a lot of their videos have been hidden by the new update. So it seems to be it's not only targeting the LGBT community, but because of the huge backlash, YouTube has released a statement saying that the update is not doing what they intended it to do and that they are going to try to fix it. Reporting from the Piazza, this is Chloe May with Chapman News.
All right, and in the studio today we have Becca Batkin, president of the Be Positive Foundation Club at Chapman. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. Welcome. So for those students who don't know, what is the Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation?
Yeah, the Andrew McDonough Be Positive Foundation is a nonprofit foundation which fights childhood cancer. So we do a lot of different things with the money that we fundraise. We provide financial assistance to families of children with cancer all across the nation. The money we raised last year actually at Chapman helped over 60 families, which was really incredible. And we also fund childhood cancer research, which is really important to me and to the foundation.
So what inspired you to get involved in this club? Why does it hold a special place in your heart?
Yeah, well, the thing to me that's really moving and why I wanted to form the club is the Be Positive Heroes program. We match student organizations on campus with Be Positive Heroes, which are children with cancer. And we call them heroes because they really are. I mean, these kids are absolutely incredible. They still have smiles on their faces during such a dark time. And that's why I wanted to form the organization on campus. And it's been such an incredible experience seeing these Be Positive Heroes with these student organizations. I have really seen the impact on both sides. These kids are so loved and supported, and our students, our eyes have been opened, and it's just been really great to see.
And tomorrow, Be Positive is hosting a dance marathon on campus. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so we have CUDM, which is taking place tomorrow. We're very excited. It will be in the Hutton Sports Center from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it's going to be so much fun. I know the term dance marathon sometimes gets people a little nervous, but it's not just dancing for 12 hours. It is a lot of fun games, activities. We're having a concert. We're having a silent auction, free food. Just a really great way for us to unite and celebrate all the money that we've raised. I mean, we've had a fundraiser every single month this year, in addition to our Greek chapters, and we're just excited to celebrate and have a lot of fun together.
That's awesome. And you did mention that some of the Be Positive heroes will be there, or some of the children will be there.
Yes, at 4 p.m. we're having our Be Positive Hero Hour, where we're going to have a ceremony for our kids. We made them superhero capes that we're going to give to them. Very excited for that, and it's just going to be a great experience. I really hope everyone comes out. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in, and I hope the dance marathon tomorrow gets even more students involved on campus.
You too.
Absolutely. Thank you. And coming up, WonderCon will take over Anaheim this weekend, and some loyal fans are getting the festivities started early.
Plus, Samsung had some big news this week with a major tech breakthrough. Robert Rosenfeld breaks that down for us on this week's Week in Tech.
And it's 67 and sunny in Orange, California today. Perfect time to go out and catch some vitamin D. I'm Nicole, and I'll be back with your weather forecast after the break.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Samsung showcased their new smartphones to the world this week, introducing one big feature that many techies have long been waiting for. Robert Rosenfeld breaks down the tech giant's announcement and more on this week's Week in Tech.
Facebook officially rolled out a new feature in their mobile app this week that you've probably already seen in Snapchat and Instagram. The new feature, appropriately called Facebook Stories, essentially brings the same feature from Snapchat and Instagram over to the Facebook timeline. Facebook users will now be able to share snapshots of their day with their friends through Facebook Messenger, and those stories will disappear after 24 hours. Facebook Stories has all of the same tricks as Snapchat, such as camera effects and filters, and many tech pundits are calling this new feature a blatant ripoff. After weeks of leaked images and videos popping up all over the internet, Samsung finally showed off their brand new flagship phones at an event in New York City this past Wednesday. The new Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus both sport an almost bezel-less infinity display that ditches the long traditional physical home button in favor of more screen real estate that really pushes that display from edge to edge. Samsung also finally showed off their long-rumored virtual assistant named Bixby that is the company's answer to Siri and Google Now. Bixby can control a bunch of system-level settings all from voice control and can even scan real-life objects and give you live, real-time information about the item. The phone will be available to buy on April 21st, with the S8 starting at about $720 and the S8 Plus at about $820, all depending on which mobile carrier you opt for. If you're looking to invest in the uber-popular social content site BuzzFeed, you may finally get your chance sometime next year. The digital news and entertainment site is well known not only by its millions of readers and viewers of their viral videos, but also by big corporations who see a chance to seriously cash in. NBC Universal has invested over $400 million into the new media company, and a source tells CNBC that BuzzFeed is looking to go public sometime next year. BuzzFeed's IPO would follow in the footsteps of Snap Inc., the parent company of Snapchat, and a move to really entice traditional Wall Street investors to invest in these new media Generation Z companies. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and that's The Week in Tech.
A nightmare is far from over for families of the victims of the Salon Meritage shooting that occurred in Seal Beach in 2011. On Wednesday, California Attorney General Xavier Becerra said that he will be seeking the death penalty for perpetrator Scott DeCry, who pled guilty to 8 counts of murder. The case has been stalled for 6 years after proven accusations surfaced about prosecutors using jailhouse informants to illegally extract a confession from DeCry. Moving forward, District Attorney Tony Rackauckas is strongly sided with Becerra, saying DeCry is the perfect example of why the death penalty exists. If the perpetrator of a mass slaughter of innocent people doesn't deserve the death penalty, it's hard to imagine a criminal who would.
According to recent reports on housing study, 2/3 of Orange County homebuyers are under the $750,000 range, but few homes in that price range are on the market. In Orange County, barely over 2,000 homes and condominiums on the market are $500,000 or less. That is 27% fewer homes in that range than there were last year, and is leaving potential homebuyers with very few options. Houses priced above $750,000 have increased by 7% in comparison to last year, as the median home range in Orange County continues to rise. Single-family homes in Orange County are also reported to cost over 3 times more than the national average, but Orange County is not the only place where affordable housing options are becoming scarce. Although the market is slow right now, housing website Trulia reports that the data could change in the coming months that are peak home buying seasons.
WonderCon is this weekend in Anaheim, but another extreme comic event happened right here in Orange last night. Haley Haskell has the story.
045562. Claim it. Please. No.
Extreme Studios is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and all of the original creators got together for the first time in over 2 decades for a signing event at Big Red Comics in Orange Thursday night. Rob Liefeld, the founder of Extreme Studios, and 16 other Extreme creators, including Todd Knock, Matt Hawkins, Danny Mickey, Marat Michaels, Shannon Denton, Carl Altstetter, and Art T-Bear, came together to meet fans and sign comics. Rob Liefeld, one of the founders of Image Comics, created Extreme Studios under the Image brand in 1992. He said he wanted to form a studio in Orange County since much of the industry was located on the East Coast at the time.
Based on my success with X-Force and Deadpool and Cable, I decided I'd use that money and open a studio and hire fresh new faces like I was a fresh new face 4 years prior. And we just grew and we grew and grew.
Extreme Studios Youngblood was the first title to be released under the Image brand and was created by Liefeld. He then assembled a team of creators to produce other books he had ideas for, eventually leading the studio to produce 20 books a month.
I had other characters that I wanted to see published, like Brigade, Bloodstrike, Supreme, Prophet, and so I needed talent to do that. Pencilers, inkers, colorists.
That talent formed the team that signed artwork, comics, posters, and even a special limited edition 25th anniversary yearbook made for the event. Prizes were also raffled off, including rare artwork, comics, and a special holographic chrome edition of the yearbook. Comic fans of all ages turned out for the Extreme Comics 25th anniversary event, giving them the opportunity to meet all of the original creators right here under one roof at Big Red Comics. I'm Haley Haskell reporting from Orange, California, Chapman News.
You know, Lauren, I have yet to make it to any of the cons. Comic-Con, WonderCon, have you been to any of the cons?
I haven't been to those cons, but I have been to a cat con. And out at WonderCon, Haley is letting us know what's going on out there.
Awesome.
Haley?
Hi, I'm here at WonderCon Anaheim, an annual comic book, science fiction, and film convention. It is run by the same people that do San Diego Comic-Con International every year in July. And last year, 60,000 people attended the convention in LA. It's back here in Anaheim again after running from 2012 to 2015 here. And it's in its 29th year after starting all the way back in Oakland in 1987. I'm here with some friends, Chrissy, Gina, and Nikki, and they're going to tell me a little bit about their costumes today.
Hey, so I am Starfire from Teen Titans Rebirth Edition. Nikki.
I'm Raven from the Rebirth.
And I'm a crossover from Elsa and Sub-Zero.
Just love it. I love it. So yeah, it took us a little while to decide on these costumes. I've always really wanted to be Starfire, and this is our first WonderCon, so I was like, oh my god, Starfire's happening. It's happening. I'm doing it, and here we are.
How long did it take you guys to prepare your costumes?
Hours.
Oh my god.
Endless hours.
These gloves alone took me like 3 days. It so much glue and sewing and just.
And they don't make the costumes at stores, so we have to go and find the materials and figure out how to make it.
Right. Yeah. Lots of new materials this time. We definitely emphasize Worbla, a lot of foam, a lot of EVA, lots of glue, lots of heat gunning. So these swords actually took 14 hours each. So just lots of work, but we're very proud of ourselves.
Yeah. I think it was really exciting because we actually got to incorporate lights. So when we're a little bit dimmer, we have some orbs and we have our lights, and we just feel like lighting up the whole night.
That's great. So tell me a little bit about Comic-Con. Is this your first time coming to WonderCon?
This is our first time for all of us coming to WonderCon. We could not be more excited. I'm so excited.
Have you guys ever been to any other comic book conventions or?
We've been to a couple up in Northern California. Gina's been to...
I've been to Long Beach Comic Expo, Long Beach Comic Con, so we're just trying to get around to a little bit more. We're all fairly new, about 4 months into cosplay.
Yeah, very, very, very new into the world, but it's such a welcoming community. It really is. It's incredible. We're really excited to be a part of this.
So is this your first cosplay costumes, or have you done other characters in the past?
Our first cosplay, our big one was the Pokemon Legendary Birds, and then after that we just kind of fell in love with cosplay, and it's a great way to express our creativity and give ourselves an outlet. It's very relaxing just sitting there and sewing and bedazzling stuff, and it's very stress relieving, and it's amazing creating something and you get to be like, I made that.
I made these. Yeah.
So is there anything you guys are looking forward to today at the con? Any events that you want to go see today?
Let's see. Today I'm excited. I'm hoping to go see a couple panels. I'd really like to see the Teen Titans Judas premiere tonight, if I can get tickets. And I'm excited to see the costumes. I just want to see so many costumes. Vendors,
I'm excited about everything.
Always the costumes. I love just asking people about them and seeing how much work people put into them, and I love it.
A really big thing for all of us, we're huge Star Wars nerds, so we do like seeing all the armor today. I also like the Halo Spartan armor. I know that there's going to be a panel either today or tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to seeing that and learning more about working with these materials.
Thank you guys so much for joining me and answering some questions. Love your costumes, by the way. If you guys are interested in coming to WonderCon, it runs through Sunday, so be sure to come check it out.
Will do.
Seems wonderful over there.
Absolutely.
But in Laguna Beach, there's a different story happening. City officials will be reviewing a proposed change to the popular beaches. The city is looking into a proposed plan that would include different building parking lots along the coast and increased police presence at the beach. The city said they want to decrease the number of people running across the road illegally and increase parking patrol. Laguna Beach also plans to change parking in order to decrease traffic along the Laguna Beach portion of Pacific Coast Highway.
Another case of the mumps has been reported on Chapman's campus, this time in the residence life halls. In an email sent out Tuesday, Associate Dean of Students, Dean Yoakum Gaffney, wrote that the student was likely exposed to the mumps in late February or early March and is receiving appropriate health care. A public health advisory released on Monday said that Orange County Public Health is working with Chapman to identify any additional cases. This is the 7th case of the mumps reported at Chapman this year after 6 law students reported having the virus in February.
A fire destroyed the building of a local nonprofit whose aim is to relieve the high rate of child hunger in Orange County. But the blaze did not stop one determined chef from passing out the pasta.
The message like, hi, I'm looking for Mr. Bruno Serrato. I have a very bad news for you. Your restaurant is on fire.
On Saturday, February 4th, an electrical fire destroyed the main dining room of the Anaheim White House.
3 hours after the fire was on, I was concerned about one priority, the children. I do feed 2,000 kids a day.
Serrato's nonprofit Katarina's Club serves low-income children a pasta dinner to fight hunger in Orange and LA counties, but he no longer had a kitchen to use.
This is when restaurateur, hotel, chefs call me. Hey, Chef Bruno, do you need some help? You need a kitchen. Yes, I do.
By Monday, he had a kitchen, and today, the Crystal Cathedral has become the temporary home for meal preparation.
And that was the best medication.
But Serrato and his crew have a long way to go before they are back in the Anaheim White House.
Anaheim White House is a national landmark. A building 1909 is on the National Register. I mean, when you want to rebuild a National Register landmark, you have to go through detail, and it's not pleasant, but there's a reason for it.
Cleanup has begun on what's left of the Anaheim White House, but renovations have yet to begin. And while Chef Bruno Serrato says he's not quite sure when the restaurant will reopen, his staff believes it will be open by the end of the year to celebrate its 30th anniversary. From Anaheim, I'm Molly Casey, Chapman News.
What's really great about that is he has so much community support just because of how involved he has been over the past couple of years.
And the White House was such a big part of the community, so it's good to know that he's still doing all the work that he did in a new location.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to move on to a little bit more exciting things, the weather that changes so drastically always here in California.
That's right, but April showers bring May flowers is what they always say, but will there be April showers in Orange? Nicole?
Thanks, ladies. It is 67 and sunny in Orange today, and with these temperatures continuing to increase, we can really see how we have sprung right into spring. Now, I don't know about many of you, but spring is my favorite time of the year because I get another year around the sun at such a pretty time. Now, if we take a look at the weather, you can see that up in Westminster, it's around 67 degrees, Newport Beach at a cool 65, Irvine at 66, and Laguna Beach at 62. Now, when you take those weather temperatures and take them to Southern California as a whole, you can see up in the north in Santa Barbara, we have 65, Los Angeles at a solid 70, Avalon at 64 with Oceanside at 62. Now, if we take a look at the 5-day forecast, we can see that it's clear the rest of the weekend, and as well on Saturday and Sunday, the temperatures do hike up, but at night it does get a little cooler, so please remember to bring a jacket. Monday, it's pretty sunny and nice temperature with a little clouds, and Tuesday, it hikes right back up to 80 degrees, perfect temperature for going to the beach. Now, happy April Fools, everybody. Now let's remember to not let those jokesters get in our way tomorrow and have a great time. And don't be a fool. Take advantage of these sunny skies. That's all I have for weather. I'm Nicole, and now it's going to go to Ella with sports.
Coming up, Chapman's baseball team took on a cold weather team in Linfield. Weren't we just on spring break? We're going to take another one here. Stay tuned, everybody.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
Finally, we found his assignment. He rushed through it. I wonder if he even learned anything.
I wasn't gonna get it right, so I just wanted to get back to playing my video game. At least I'm good at that.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
Emergencies and disasters happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Welcome to the Best Campus Sports Show. I'm Ella Miller, and I know a thing or two about Chapman sports. Don't believe me? Just watch. Last Saturday, the Chapman Panthers took on Linfield Wildcats. They'd already played once this year, and it was a doozy. Chapman came away with a hard-fought victory of 20-19. That doesn't seem normal. That was on neutral territory, and this time they were back home looking to do the same. In the top of the third, there was one out and the bases are loaded for the Wildcats, but a nice play by Tyler Cook stops the bleeding before it gets out of hand. Linfield takes on an early 1-0 lead. In the 5th inning, Linfield threatening once again, Brady Rediger hits it up the middle past Chapman's shortstop, Jared Pennyman. Daniel Zavala tries to score, but Connor Larkin with the cannon guns him down at the plate. Now at the bottom of the 7th, with 2 runners in scoring position and Chapman down by 1, John Weehee slaps a single to the right side and drives in 2. Chapman takes the lead. They held on to that lead, resulting in a 4-3 victory for the Panthers. Way to go, Chapman baseball. Who knew? Unlike the last 2 teams they bet, pitching was on display, but most importantly, Chapman got the win. The Chapman's basketball team may not have finished the season how they wanted to, but one player broke one of the longest held records in school history. This week, Michael Hofling gave us a one-on-one with the new Chapman 3-point champion, Jamie Hum.
Hi, Michael Hofling here with Chapman women's basketball star Jamie Nishikata. And Jamie, you guys are coming off a spectacular season. You actually broke the record for Chapman's career 3-pointers, and you still have a season to go.
Jamie Nishikata again, got it.
It feels really good to know that I broke it and that I can continue to widen the gap. So hopefully no one else can get it.
And how much credit do you give your teammates? Because Jerem Fajardo dished out a lot of assists to you this year.
I definitely give almost all the credit to my teammates. I wouldn't be able to get the ball without them. I really rely on having my teammates set screens for me and then also having someone like Jaren or our point guards being able to get me the ball.
Well, that's enough fun and games. Let's get down to the competition.
The rules of the game are I have to make 5 3-pointers before he can make 3.
I already lost to Jeff O'Brien and Gavin Blodgett, but they were good athletes. Jamie's a girl. It's gonna be easy. Terrible. Nothing happened.
That's 5.
That was?
Yeah.
Oh, 52 seconds. Kind of slow, honestly.
Ready, set, go. Oh,
Wow, you sound so surprised.
I was pretty surprised actually.
Jamie, can you get that?
Nope. So your time is a minute 11. That was good though.
I guess Jamie won, but I gotta be able to beat you in something, right?
Yeah. What though?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I win. I win.
Yes! Finally won a competition. I'd say it's well-deserved. For Chapman News, I'm Michael Oefling. Jamie Nishikado, Chapman Women's Basketball Superstar.
Well, I think she let you win the last one there, Michael, and maybe if you did better, you would have got that date. Well, the upcoming week, we will see most of the Chapman sports team heading out of town for their contests. However, there are still some opportunities to see the Panthers play. Later today, you can watch Tara Sonamaker and the women's lacrosse team take on Linfield. Tomorrow's home games end with the baseball doubleheader against the Cal Lutheran Kingsmen. And I ain't even fooling, because it's April Fool's Day. It's been real exciting watching the Chapman baseball team play this year. I can't wait to see some more of their games, or even one of their games. Speaking of things I can't wait to see more of, I think I want to see some about the Game of Thrones. It came out recently. Aren't segues incredible? For that, why don't we send it over to our entertainment reporter, Molly Casey. Coming up in entertainment, Game of Thrones is back and more dramatic than ever, and the Emmy Awards are this weekend. We've got some of our own predictions. Stay tuned. I'm Molly Casey. You're watching Chapman News.
It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Ooh, welcome back to Chapman News. Lauren, we are headed into the game of life soon as we graduate. But do you know what game is more important than that?
Monopoly.
Monopoly and Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Game
yes.
of Thrones is so important.
And Queen Cersei will one day reign again. But Molly has more with entertainment. Molly, what's going on over in the Entertainment Center?
Thank you, Lauren and Gabriella. It's been just over a month since the Academy Awards, and of course, everyone is still talking about that big mistake. Huge, actually. The notorious Oscars flub involved PricewaterhouseCoopers accountant Brian Cullinan accidentally giving the announcers the wrong envelope for the winner of Best Picture. La La Land was initially announced the winner, but 2 minutes later, Moonlight was given the top honor. Cullinan faced a lot of criticism, especially after photos surfaced of him tweeting during the ceremony. Both Cullinan and Martha Ruiz will not be returning to the award show, but PwC will stay on with the Oscars, with major changes. Some being a third accountant will be present during the show, and the removal of electronic devices backstage. And winter isn't just coming, it has arrived. The highly anticipated trailer for Season 7 of Game of Thrones was released yesterday. The 90-second clip centers on Cersei Lannister, Jon Snow, and Tyrion slowly strutting towards the Iron Throne. But it is more dramatic if you just watch. based on the end of season 6, you know, where Cersei's last remaining child jumped to his demise from a castle window, season 7 is bound to be another wild ride. Tune in to the Game of Thrones season premiere on July 16th to watch the drama unfold. And back here at home, have you ever been to Coachella? Well, if you haven't, it's not a problem. Chapman Radio has you covered. They're bringing the best of the famed musical festival right here to campus, and they're leaving the desert dirt and heat behind. Get ready for Moose Coachella. Headlining the festival is Bass Tracks, followed by Undecided Future and The Sloss, and a long list of other artists too. Coachella is tomorrow from noon to 9 at the Musco Center and Wiley Aiken Arts Plaza. Tickets are free for students. That's the latest entertainment. I'm Molly Casey. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Molly. And I hope there's a Musco Stagecoach coming up too.
That would be wonderful. I could probably afford that.
Yeah.
Log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsies bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/ChapmanNews, Twitter and Instagram @ChapmanNews, and youtube.com/ChapmanNews. Well, Bella, it's been a great 35 minutes at this desk with you, but it doesn't beat our time in Glass 403.
4 years strong.
We hope you have a great weekend and a great life.
Yes. Stay classy, Orange County.